What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Patty Stash. This video right here is going to be the final warning for people. And I'm saying specifically today, August 6th of 2025, I do believe this will be the last chance you ever get to buy this token at these levels. I don't care if you do, I don't care if you don't, but I'm going to explain why I believe this token hold has the ability to perform like Telcoin, like Shiba Inu, like some of the biggest movers of the last market cycle. The number one most important thing that you need to be looking at is not the hold chart. It is this. This right here is the Ethereum chart. The 1 week Ethereum chart where you could clearly see back in 2019, the price hit about 200 or 300 bucks or whatever the hell it was. Came back, came up, hit it again, rejected, came down, huge dump. People probably thought the world was ending right here. Look how low it is. Look how low it is. That's so scary. Wrong. This was the best chance to get in. However, if you bought in here and then it went to here, you're probably like, holy shit, that was a huge move. I'm feeling good. But then all of a sudden it went from 250 bucks to 4,400. So the people that bought at this support, it's not even support, it was below support. The people that had the brass balls to buy here were the ones that made literally life-changing money. How high was it? It was about 80 bucks. So it went from 80 bucks to 4,400. So you can clearly see resistance broke, price broke out. And it just so happened to be July of 2021 or 2020. So what happened after that? Boom, 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 boom. Everything just kept going up and up and up. And the altcoin season was absolutely incredible. So that brings us to this. This one, period of consolidation, pretty short compared to this. However, look how perfect this is. Boom, boom, rejected, rejected. And now this current candle is the one that I'm looking at. That one right there. Because I believe it's going to push over and that's going to trigger the beginning of everything. People talk shit about Shiba Inu early on. People talk shit about Dogecoin or of Telcoin early on. But what happened in the end? They played out exactly how I anticipated. The mindset of this token is identical. The difference is, however, I have a better understanding of how the market works as a whole, and it is a mathematically pure token that cannot be diluted, which was the main reason I had issue with problems in the past. So, let's start it off. On July 31st, which was last week, I made a post and I said, here's a question for you. If next week this whole chart looks like this, what do you think follows? And then I drew a little candle where I showed it popping off the support. And then this is the current candle. So this is it. Pulled back. Again, perfect, 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 perfect. It's fucking perfect. Resistance became support. And now, just like with right here, right? If you could have got in, down here, you're in better shape. But here is the candle. This is the one. Last week was the one that everybody was all scared, but now this is the one that's instilling confidence. This is the one where the momentum starts to shift. This is the one that will continue to grow, engulfing the rest of the candles until it eventually breaks the previous all-time high and explodes. So, let's see this chart. Then you got that chart, and then you've got this one. So I just zoomed out. This is the weekly. The weekly's ready. And then you can look at the daily. The daily is perfect. Look at it. Look at it. Perfect. And now it's coming up. And look at that. A perfect MACD cross. So the weekly chart's perfect. The daily chart's perfect. And the reason I'm making this fucking video is because of this. The 4 hour, which you hear me talk about all the time, which is the number one chart that I use to show a change in trend. Since the beginning of July, we've been doing nothing but going down. But we've remained under this same resistance line until recently, just a couple days ago. But nobody's really talking about it because it hasn't gotten excited yet. But it's already started. So resistance was broke. Now we're riding resistance as support. And now it's going to break out here, which then breaks out here, which then breaks out here, which then triggers the hype and euphoria, which in my opinion leads to everybody in the market